and I This is the game. Sorry, we were muted. We're not muted anymore.
Oh. Okay.
So yes.
So we're looking at the entropy center. This game, I've heard, is like the Portal.
This is a Portal like, which there's not been a ton of those, has there?
Well, I mean, the first one that comes to mind is that Cube game, Qube. I would say you've got superliminal, superliminal, right? Hyperliminal, superliminal. Hey Jedi, welcome to the stream.
Yo, how you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by.
We're checking out the Entropy Center on the Steam Next Fest. This is our second stream in a row that we've done Steam Next Fest stuff. But that's because it's the final day of the Steam Next Fest. So we want to
get this a little bit bigger for everybody.
One more stream. Sure.
I need to fix this because that window's all wonky. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, that did not make it bigger for anybody, Bobby.
Well, I'm not going to bore everybody with the technical thing that's happening here, but just know it's going to be fixed in just a second.
Sounds good. I've been playing more Easy Come Easy Golf. That has become my just go-to game.
That is
because I can fit in 9 holes in a break during work.
That is a game that you have enjoyed a lot more than I thought you would.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I liked it when it was on my iPad with Apple Arcade, but now that I've got button controls, it's on a good console known as the Switch. It's a good game, and
it's on an okay,
and I like the characters.
What I love is that you think it's a different game now just because it's on the Switch, and it's the exact same thing as it was on a phone. That's what I love the most about it.
Though
it is. It absolutely is.
It's different though, because I don't have the fancy controller shit that you have.
No. I'm saying like so the physical game itself, like the mechanical game, is the exact same as what's on arcade.
It wasn't the same as the game that I played when it was on iPad. There are fundamental differences to it. Yeah, they've been updating it. It's a different game to me.
I understand that, but you've made some comments on the show that it's got features and things that the other one doesn't because it's just as on the Switch. That's not the case though. They're fundamentally the same game when it comes to features and abilities.
Correct. You have educated me on that, but I had no way of knowing between those releases.
All right, we can rewind this conversation and the game. So unlike Portal,
hey, what's going on here?
Portals, you're messing with time.
So can I use this on anything?
And then you can restore time to its current state. And yeah, so it's a neat thing. I thought you were going to be making portals. I literally thought you were going to be doing something with portals, but that is not the case here. So as you highlight over, you'll get this orange outline letting you know that, hey, that object can be changed with shape and time.
Sure. It's a little bit like, I mean, you didn't have a gun that did this, but it's a little bit like that one Titanfall 2 level where you're going back and forth between time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you got a bit of gravity gun here, plus a bit of timey-wimey bullshit that you can mess around with.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And we've seen this kind of mechanic in games before. Hey, you build the bridge back, or you bring a platform, or there was that RPG, that Chris Tales, the one that looked really cool, but also really just had a too much shit going on. But that game had like a time thing where it was like a third of the game was back in time, a third of the game was present day, and then a third was in the future. And I know it had mechanics. I remember playing the demo. There was like a thing where you put like this one boss had this giant shield, and you hit it with a water spell, and then you move time forward, and the shield rusted. because it had water on it. So yeah, I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff that people have played around with time stuff. But this one, it looks good. I'm guessing the gun is talking to you because it has a face and it's doing a kind of GLaDOS impression.
Yeah, I don't think it's as like dry or pandering as GLaDOS yet, but like there could be something that evolves there. Yeah, it kind of reminds me, like, some of this stuff for sure reminds me more of the Oldest House in Control. Sure. A lot of the architecture reminds me of that for sure. Jedi, how you been, by the way, friend? We're so glad to have you here, hanging out. What's new?
And so far, your gun only has like a backwards in time feature, right? You're not doing anything where you're taking forward in time.
Yeah, I can pick things up, and then I can rewind. So like, as I do this, you can see the path that was originally up there on. I can stop the rewind. It'll go and just drop. So now I can pick this up and drop it there. I can drop it over here. And we'll do that. So now this door is not open, but that one is. Shoot it.
Okay, sure.
And then I had made a path for that. So now that'll come back over here and we'll go through.
There was a shooter that was doing something like this.
You finished in the top 5%.
Oh, nice.
Of the bottom 50 staff members.
What was
I
it?
have no idea how to Google this. It's like a team-based shooter. No, it wasn't team. It was one-on-one. It was a one-on-one shooter. God, there's no way I'm going to be able to remember.
This also said that the entropy device was at 3%. So I don't know if that's referring to the gun that we have or if there's something bigger at play here. But yeah, interesting. So we're going to do a similar thing here. This needs to open up. And then we're going to move it over here again. And just to give myself a little cushion, we'll start that. So now if I shoot this thing, it should come back. All right. That door's open. Go back up front.
Oh wow, I found the game. It took way too long to find, but I found it. Lemnis Gate? Do you remember anybody talking about that game?
Yeah, for sure. Is that
So
kind of
it's
a similar thing?
It's like a round-based thing. Yeah, it's like a round-based thing, but then it's the first round you just have two players and they move around the environment and they shoot each other. But then the next round, what they did in the first round, all their movements and all their shots and things, all of that still plays out the same way. But now you get to play it again. So you know what happens in that first round. So you know, oh, I could kill their ghost player from the first round because I know where he's going to be before he shoots me. And so you can it's this weird kind of chess back and forth thing with what's going on. Yeah, Jedi, I got a new house. This is my new background. There's some RGB stuff that doesn't show up all that well in the background now, but yeah, this is the new place. I'm liking it. Anyway, Lemnis Gate sounded cool and also sounded like something I absolutely would never want to play myself. That's too
not quite your tempo.
That's too scary to me. No, God no. Although there was, what was the Cappy game? Didn't Cappy Super Time Force?
Super Time Force? No, I did not.
So that game had a similar thing. I mean, it's a side-scrolling shooter, single-player thing. But when you could lose characters, but then you could reverse time and be a different character or a character in a different time, and you could kill the thing that killed your character before it kills your character, and then you get this extra ghost character. In the same way that, like in Galaga, when you kill the thing that steals your ship, and then you have two Galaga ships, It was like that, but for this side-scrolling run-and-gun shooter. It was really cool.
All right.
Yeah, turns out lots of developers have done some cool shit with time. Time is a neat mechanic.
Time is on our side. All right. So we'll do a few more of these, or maybe just like one more. Okay, I think I screwed up.
So you said you were loading up an old save here.
No, this is a brand new one.
You were loading up a brand new save.
Yeah.
Sorry. How far have you gotten in on the other time that you
just
played
to where we're at right now? So we're at the point where I was. Like I said, I only played like for 10 minutes, and I wanted to show off kind of like the early stuff with this here. But yeah, not a whole lot with it. I know it is coming out. I think it's supposed to come out next month. So I'm sure I'm gonna have to do this stuff again if I end up picking this up. But I am digging it.
I really like the indicator on the gun with the amount of seconds that has gone by.
The little face, a lot of the UI elements of the gun are very well done. I can't help but feeling like there's going to be a second level. Like, we've seen the orange outline. What's the blue outline going to do? Like, that's where my brain's going with this. I feel like there's going to be more.
Like I kind of alluded to earlier, I have to imagine there's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be an orange beam. I would imagine it's probably an orange beam that makes time go forward. Maybe you make something erode instead of build it back to where it was, and then doing things with moving time back and forth.
I really like the setting a whole lot. Like, it feels, it feels desolate. It feels overgrown. This is actually where I left off.
Yeah, it's like the Hawaii division of Aperture Science.
Yes. This looks like an important piece of technology.
Jedi, what have you been playing recently?
Anything fun and exciting?
Puzzle element introduction.
Okay.
Time gate.
Time
Traveling
gate.
through a time gate will remove all stored rewind data from your
Right.
cubes. Note, you cannot take entropy cubes through a time gate. They will get incinerated.
I mean, I don't think I need to. We need to do a few different things here with this. Oh, easy. Easy, Chase.
You're just so smart.
Well, luckily, I played through Portal 2 pretty recently and had my brain unmelted there. Press R to delete rewind from a cube. Interesting. All right, this will be it. This is going to be the last spot. And then we're going to check out some other demos.
Holding information due to high levels of detected anxiety and stress in puzzle operative.
Short answer?
Hmm.
Oh, great. Yeah, I wish I didn't ask.
Directive. Head to the control deck to analyze the current situation. We're heading
see,
in the right
so I need to
direction.
take
that that first one off and then back on again. Yeah.
Oh, and I need another one up here.
Can you grab it from
I don't have a...
your...
You gotta be like right next to it.
Oh, okay.
So I know.
But you
what I
don't need that
did.
first one anymore, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I need to get that one lowered, but So that can come up here. We'll do the same thing with this one. That can just hang out there. Then I can grab this one, which, oh, that opens the door through here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that should work. So now I can get through there. I'm just gonna keep that one with me.
Yep. Now you reverse the other. Not
Okay.
bad. Yeah, this seems like it could be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I bet it gets a little brain bendy at some
Yeah.
points.
for sure. But hey, Portal, still good. Entropy Center seems to be pretty good too.
Yeah. I mean, Valve's not going to make a Portal 3, so you know, if you like those kinds of games, you got to look elsewhere for them. And the Entropy Center looks like it could be one of those. That was cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't know how well this game will play for what we're going to be checking out here, but I'm going to load it up, and if it just doesn't translate well for like what we're doing here on stream tonight, we'll immediately shut it down and do something else.
Okay.
Let me share this with you because that's the most important part of this.
It helps.
Let me get the audio output from this game to the right spot.
Okay.
And that should be good to go now. Okay. That's all not showing up there. Let me update our game capture really quick.
And while you do that, I'll look up a little bit of info about this game.
Yeah, man. So this is the case of the golden.
Also, I guess we should talk about the entropy game. That is it. So it's in early access, or not early access. It's on the next fest, but it is coming to a full release on November 3rd, Steam says. And It looks like it's also coming to PS4, Xbox, Series X and S, PlayStation 5. So
Nice.
that seems like a cool one, and yeah, it's coming pretty soon, coming next month.
So Chase, the case of the Golden Idol was, I was reading a website talking about what games to check out on the next fest, and they were saying that anybody who liked Curse of the Obra Dinn will fall in love with this game.
I enjoyed Curse of the Obra Dinn.
So we're gonna just take a quick look at some of the mechanics of this demo to see what's going on here.
Okay. And this game's coming out very soon. In fact, its planned release date is the 13th of this month. 3 days
really?
from now.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically done.
So we've got exploring and thinking that says it looks like we can gather information about the items within that. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
The scroll is not filled in. Blank pushed. Blank from a cliff and the blank of blank on Monkey Paw Island. We are potentially at the ruins. Okay, or the Bay of Shadows. So we can just grab all these things. Is that how that works? Okay.
So you're just grabbing the words.
Yeah, so I could highlight those and take it. Let me...
Mm-hmm. So then you can go back to that other thing and then fill it in Mad Lib style?
Yep. So has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. That's Oberon. Okay, so Oberon had the map, it looks like. And that's Oberon. I think that's Oberon falling, if I had to guess. Let's take a look here. What's he got? Has rights to 2/3 valuables. All right, that's the same one. It's pipe and a dagger. All right. I think Albert. What was his last name? Was he Cloudsley?
I bet you would have hit them both at the same time, yeah. Because the identities are not filled in, though. Do you need to say who they are before you can?
Oh, yeah.
Like in the middle thing? So you can name, you could kind of name him whatever you want at this point?
Yeah. When a scroll is completely filled in, words can be dragged directly to slots. Okay. Let me just make sure of one more thing here. Yeah, okay, I got the names right. And we think, I think that they're at the ruins. But I should probably do this here first. 2 or less slots are incorrect. Okay. So that's not right. Bay of Shadows? No. Horn of Thumb? Okay. Off cliff in the Horn of Thumb. Okay.
Seems neat. I'm kind of digging what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, like, so I didn't play through Oberdin, and I know that that was more about like a pretty big story, and so far there's an act here. There's 3 parts to an act. I don't know if everything's going to connect in a way or not, but this seems to be a bit more like anthology style versus here's one long narrative that you need to solve and figure out so far, if I had to guess. Okay, I need honey.
When I first saw the mechanic, I thought that it was going to be you manipulating more of these things. Like you could like if that guy's falling, then maybe the answer is to change out the noun of the guy is falling to a bag is falling, and then the guy is no longer falling. But it seems that you're just trying to decrypt what you're seeing.
Yeah,
which
like
is also
taken
cool.
apart.
And that is certainly more Oberdin like.
August 23rd. Yeah, you're just collecting a bunch of stuff, which is neat, like as you're doing your exploring.
Mm-hmm. You gotta click on the horse as it's running by.
What's up? Oh, okay.
That horse has like a little yellow dot on it, but it's only as it's running by.
A horse is running in the yard. I can't get to this guy. There's something going on here with him.
Oh, there's something all right.
Yeah. He's too happy. We've got that. Oh, this clue has been added to the thinking panel. A tall ladder. Lead poisoning. All right. A golden statue. So we don't know. Oh, we do know. This guy's name was here. Sebastian.
Was I don't remember seeing it. Was the golden idol in that first screen? Like
yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Sebastian, well, Cloudsley, that was the same last name we used in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that that's who. This is the guy that was pushing the guy off the cliff, I think. If I had to,
yeah,
that's Sebastian.
So it seems like this is just kind of the anthology of what happens to this idol and the curses that it casts on people by them owning it.
Yes.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, for sure. So there's water back there. If I had to guess, we're in Blackfield. Because I don't see water around these other ones here, and we got that yacht back there. So let's see if that's right.
I think that makes sense.
And this is dining attire. That would be hunting, and this would be researching. The cause of his death. So that was the one thing. Let's go back and take a look at that. There's this ruby ring. He's got a bad head wound.
Mm-hmm.
This book, however, was lead poisoning. So I think he was going up this ladder because he was going to research lead poisoning, which he probably had something from. He fell off the ladder and hit his head. I think the head wound is what got him. Lead poisoning was probably the original catalyst. He did fall from that ladder while he was researching. The cause of death was a head wound. No, it's not. Would it be lead poisoning? No.
I may have seen I don't know if I saw a spoiler or not, but on the Steam page it has this exact one up, and it said his cause of death was a head wound which occurred when he fell from a horse while he was hunting, because he is wearing the hunting attire. So
that's true, and the horse is running wild out there.
Yeah.
And he's not doing that. He was hunting. Look at you.
You know what? It's not me. It was literally on the Steam page. This
is cool.
Yeah, get some 3D elements to it, some motion to it.
Huh. All right. You want to see any more? Or you think we're good on seeing what we can see here?
I think we're good. We've gone through 2 of these chapters. Yeah, I think that's solid. Also, I guess just a bit of a warning, if anyone's watching, you may have been seeing me look at my other screen a lot. I don't know why this game does not like being put through Discord.
Oh, really?
It was hitching up and just wasn't doing anything for a while, and then just kind of like snapping in. So, I mean, it was fine to watch it on the other screen, but
no good. We don't like that. That game was really cool, man. That was the
comes out extremely soon. That's the 13th on Steam PC. So definitely check it out. I might wishlist that one. I think I am gonna wishlist that. That was neat.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me share this one with you.
Okay.
And let me fix this here. All right, we are in business. This is called Remnants of the Rift. I don't think, I might be wrong here, I think this game at one point in time had a different title.
I'm not sure. You might be right. There's another game that kind of looks like this. That maybe that's what we're thinking of. I know what you're talking about, though.
This has got a really interesting like overscan look on top of the art. It's got like a mod, kind of mid-century mod look to it. Marked it down for you already. Okay, so we can use space to use your skill, and looks like tab to cancel. All right. So I can move. Rift rounds. Shoot and damage the first enemy on sight. All right. So we want to get a little bit closer. Okay, we've got multiple skills. That one's done. It's a dart, dash through enemies while damaging them. I am going to move over here and try that. Okay, that worked out. And we will... Ow. Where'd that come from? Protect your modulators once the health drops to 0, it's game over. Okay.
Maybe a bit of Into the Breach vibes where, yes, you want to have your own health and protect that, but you also are protecting something else while you go here.
Yeah, I guess I'm struggling a little bit to know, like, how does my movement happen? Okay, this one's moving. I see. So there's a cooldown happening around each one of these. That makes sense.
Is there some sort of indicator on when they move?
Yeah, it's going around.
They're not
them.
moving every time that you move, but
You see that red box?
oh,
going
I
around?
see the outline. Yeah. Okay.
So I got hit. So it seems like a single hit. They're gonna hit that and damage it.
Oh, it's also not. Are you not taking any damage? It's just taking up time.
That's what it
On the
seems.
board. That's kind of
Could-
cool.
Yeah. Also, I like that your character
Mhm.
who uses electrical work, like you can see that she has some like electricity scars on her. I think that's kind of neat.
I like the music.
Yeah, for sure.
While you're in that, I can tell you that this game says it has a release date of 2022, so, sometime in the next few months.
Oh, it is coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what it says.
All right. So use pulse to stun your enemies and buy yourself more time. So time is, you're right. Time is the thing on here that we're looking at. I think that's...
Oh, also it's a little bit real time.
Yes.
Like those enemies are, okay. That can be good or bad. When I'm playing a turn-based game, it's usually because I like the relaxed nature of being able to sit back and think about it.
Yep.
Not that I don't like games that use both turn-based and active mechanics. I mean, I've very vocally said I do not like the active time battle system in Final Fantasy, but there are other games that have done this relatively well.
Come on, charge up. There we go.
What are these enemies? Are these just
I don't
bug
know. They
things?
look like little bugs. I think there could be something here. It's it's an interesting idea for sure.
actually reminds me a little bit of the Mega Man Battle Network games.
Sure.
Those games had a different perspective, but the idea of moving around a grid, avoiding enemy attacks, a little bit turn-based, but also a little bit real-time.
Oh, it's not smart. Those things blow up. Okay. I'll do maybe a little bit more of this, and then we'll move on to something else. But I wanted to check this one out with you for sure, because I thought the look of it and like the concept of it.
Yeah, it's a tactical game. I love these.
It's got a really, I like the style.
Kind of this retro futury look to it.
Yeah. Okay,
Have you seen anything that feels like RPG elements? I mean, you're not.
I haven't grabbed anything yet. I don't know if this is like a tutorial, like a longer one. But so far,
I guess you did pick up you picked up that gun skill, right? So maybe you'll get more skills as you go on.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got that pulse that you can stun with. That's that. All right. Another note. You may only modify each skill with a special mod once per run, so choose carefully.
Oh, okay. It's one of these games.
So the Rebel Pulse special mod adds a knockback to the attack and 3 more tiles of effect around Morgan. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
I don't know. Oh yeah, we can switch over here. Adds splash damage behind a target, but reduces range by 1. We'll go with that one.
I would have done the same.
Delving deeper. I'm just going to open this up. I'm not going to go much further into it. But I just wanted to see if it looked any different or if they introduced anything out the gate here. So pretty similar layout still. We're doing the same thing. That's Rebel Pulse. Okay, now I get 2 folks on it. Okay. It's an interesting one. Remnants of the Rift could be coming out this year still. Fun little tactics thing.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
I think this next game, I have not played it yet. I've seen it, and I think it looks really. I like the art style. I like what they got going on with it. So hopefully the game plays pretty cool as well.
Sure.
So let me fire this up here, share it with you. Settings. Make sure. See if they got anything from accessibility. Just call out here. I mean, it's a demo, so they probably don't have a ton into it. Seems pretty standard. Can't add to wish list. Credits. They got the Discord link here for what they got going on, and you can report feedback. Inculinata? How would you say this?
Inculinati. It's like the Illuminati, but
with ink.
With ink.
Okay. Let's see what these duels are all about. You like a good duel?
Sure. I mean, just reading the thing here, it says Inculinati. That is tough to say. Is an ink-based strategy straight from medieval manuscripts where a rabbit's bum, ooh, saucy, can be deadlier than a dog's sword. Become a master of the living ink. Build your own bestiary. Defeat medieval superstars. And collect perks to unleash hidden powers.
You see this? This is neat. Like the little drawing in. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is your tiny Inculinati. They will help you draw an army or self-portraits. Okay. You can draw beasts in the field close to your tiny person. The archers march. All right, let's get a little sword wielding dog out here.
Sure.
That's cool.
That's fun.
Okay, newly drawn beasts are drowsy, so they have to take a nap, meaning they won't be able to act in this chapter. When all the beasts in Tiny Inclinati take a nap, a new chapter will begin, waking everyone up. Okay. Do I want to put another one out there while we're hanging out? I think that's probably what we should do. We don't need to move anybody. Let's take a nap. Go to the next chapter and see how this all plays out. Oh shit. Okay. Moving a beast onto the green field. Walk range will not end its turn. It can still take an action. Moving beast to the yellow field sprint range. That makes sense too.
Okay. XCOM rules.
Yep. So they can move quite a bit. We're going to move you up here to the green, which is still good. And we're going to attack. Once you confirm your target, you will see a moving arrow. If you stop the arrow and the attack zone, your beast will deal the amount of damage drawn. Okay. Is that saying that my beast will... If I... Okay.
No,
yeah.
I think it's the enemy.
So if I hit the skull, it'll kill them?
I believe so, yes. All right.
Ow. I don't need to move. I think I can attack right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Can't draw anybody else. Strikes the selected target for damage. That's on a cooldown. We're just gonna... We don't have enough living ink yet. So we'll see what we get on the next one. Sir Lion is not doing good. He's hurting. All right, there's our hand action. So now we can use those. I'm going to take him out, though. Got him. Well played.
Mm-hmm. And that should be easy enough. All right. Is this a roguelike?
Maybe. Like, it kind of looked like it with that, the way it was spread out there. It looked like there might have been some sort of map with it.
Yeah,
So
this has a roguelike tag on it on Steam.
It's a lot of pushing, it looks like, too. Okay. So you can kill them instantly. You can push your beast. All right. Let's, I don't know if I can move, or I can't push anybody for a minute. Can't really attack. I don't have anybody I can bring out here. Action. You can take this action immediately if there's a beast in the field. Take that. And you too.
That's fun.
Pretty cool. All right, we're going to continue our little run. Whoa. What?
All right.
Huh.
Wonder how much videos in here?
I don't know. Let's. Huh. I wonder if that's like a boss battle intro.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's be some.
So it's a little Dota-y in a way. Trying to
Yeah, this
defend
is
your
one.
guy while-
It looks like we have to move them all, like they don't move on their own.
Mhm.
Here you can see how much living ink. Okay. A bow. We'll take the bow. And let's do a spear.
These are some pretty great illustrations.
Yeah, these are really good. I'm gonna move them up to here. And we're gonna call it a snooze there and see what happens. So they went with the bow also. You can collect living ink by standing on an ink blot. That's good to know. Let's move you. And I wonder if I can actually hit from here. I can hit from here.
Not bad.
Not bad. We're going to move you here. And let's see what damage we can do.
Nice.
Chase, I'm digging this. I think this is cool.
Yeah, when you first started showing it off, I thought this was going to be a little bit like what was the mini game in the Final Fantasy VII remake where you
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about with the
fort.
Yes.
You just kept putting out the like the creeps, and then they would do their stuff.
Yep.
But this is much more manual turn-based stuff. But I do like the strategy. Actually, it reminds me a little bit more of the what's it called, Wolfstride, the black and white mech thing that we showed off. In just that it's a turn-based thing that's a 2D thing where you're where it seems more about positioning and maybe a little bit of movement and pushing people off.
I think this is one of those situations where okay, you're gonna push me around. I see what you're doing. If I move this person up, or actually I can probably hit them from here.
Can your archer just take her out?
Yeah. I wonder if this will end it.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Cut the head off the snake.
Got it. So they've got New Journey, Academy, Duel, Beastry. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is really
It's a
neat.
neat little thing. It says it's coming this winter, so that should also be out sometime this year.
Yeah.
Well,
nice.
I guess this winter could be January of next year.
How do you want to call it here? Anything else you want to see? How you feeling?
If you got one more game, let's see one more game.
All right. I'm gonna see if this will work. There was an update to the demo. It wasn't working the last time. I'm gonna just check it out really quick while we're hanging out.
Bobby, let me also ask you this. Do you know how many games are currently in your Steam wish list?
I think I have a lot.
Yeah? What's a lot? What do you just ballpark guess? What do you think is a lot?
I probably have like 30 to 50 games wish listed.
Okay. I've got 53 games wish listed.
Yeah. But you've also you wish list a lot more than I do because you were not buying them for a while. Like I would just end up buying the games.
Correct. Now that I have a Steam Deck and also now that I'm getting a PC at some point, I think there's a lot of, I'm just storing these in the wish list for later. So I probably have even more games on my wish list than I would normally have. Some of these things I should probably cut.
Yeah, there's a few that I've gone through and gotten rid of.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I know it's on sale, but I'm just not gonna play Soul Hackers 2. I heard some kind of rough stuff about that, and I don't know.
I think the Garden Pass
play one of
demos.
Those kinds of games. There's like 1,000 of them.
Maybe some of these demos are not going to function.
Okay.
Let me try one more here.
I can remove Ooblets from my wish list. I have that game on Switch.
That's the other. Yeah, I'm thinking that we maybe have just hit a wall on some of these because now it opens up Steam and the Next Fest banners removed there. So,
okay.
I think that we maybe have.
I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can just call it there. That's fine.
Yeah. Let me just share a screen with you so you look normal on screen again. There we go. Well, that was cool. We got to show off, I think, some really good demos. I certainly saw some things that I've wish listed and I'm going to be wish listing and checking out for sure. But while we're talking about checking things out, let's go ahead and just throw this out there. If you're new or if you pop by and you're like, hey, what are these idiots talking about? I'm Bobby, that's Chase. We are 2/3 of the Casual Hour. We are a podcast ostensibly about video games. We also stream, as you've just found out, video games on Mondays and Friday nights. If you look beneath us here on the screen, you can see our weekly schedule. We also do something called Quick Looks, where we give you just a commentary over gameplay of us checking out games. We typically, I think there's a little bleeding edge element to that. We try to play newer games on those Quick Looks. At least when we record them, they're pretty new. Sometimes they get shuffled up a little bit. But this week, tomorrow actually, we have a quick look for Moonbreaker going live. A game I'm very excited about. We've done a small stream for that one in the past, so you can go check out our video on demand. Wednesday night is just a tried and true episode of our show. It is a What You've Been Playing, where we're going to tell you about the games that we've been checking out, as well as what's going on in the gaming news. We're joined by our other co-host, Johnny, for that. Thursday, Live Alive is a quick look that Chase led me through.
Bobby, you said we do new games. That's a Super Nintendo game. What are you talking about?
That is my my Switch tax at work. Like I have to get in there. No, that was the I guess it's only on the Switch, right? That's the only place for that remake.
I believe that is the case. The HD 2D remake of Live Alive, which I've played even a little bit more after the quick look. I think I only have 2 of the 7 stories left, and that game still is really cool and really interesting. I think I love Live Alive.
That's great, man. I'm happy it's sticking with you for sure. And if you want to see some, we did at least 2, maybe 3 time shifts on that quick look. I know we did 2 for sure. We'll have that up on Thursday. So all of our quick looks go live, youtube.com/casual hour. You can also go to thecasualhour.com and we try and rotate in. You have access to all of our playlists there as well. Friday. So typically Johnny and I do Casual Fridays. Chase and I do Casual Mondays. Johnny is having a procedure done on Friday and will be out of commission. So Friday, Chase has agreed to come back on and hang out with me. I think unless something else comes up where we decide to play a game together, we're going to check out that new PGA 2K23, a game I'm excited about. And I thought maybe Chase and I could hang out, talk about golf. He might even be playing with the let's be honest, Don Pappas and
True. You should make
Don Pappas. I just thought about that as I said it. I'll probably make myself, and then I'll make a Don Pappas and PGA. And
what's the difference?
I'm Pappas Jr. But we've got some fun stuff happening this week. Like, subscribe where you can. We do 3 streams a week, all at 10:30 p.m. Central. YouTube gets 10 a.m. launches on Tuesdays and Thursdays for our quick looks, and then Friday you can go to any place for podcasts and hear the audio only version of our show, which we're knocking on episode 300. We will be. I was doing some work last night on mapping out everything, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start to like map out what games I know we're gonna be checking out in November. Like, I know that there's a few games coming out. We'll probably record the quick look at this time, and then I was like, holy shit! Like, I'm starting to frame up November. Like, we're gonna be talking game of the year here soon. Like, it's just crazy how quickly it's moving right now.
Does 300 coincide with game of the year? It's got to be real close, right?
It is. So 300 is, we always take the week of Thanksgiving off, and then 300 will be the Wednesday after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then if I'm not mistaken, the way we did it last year, we'll probably do like we'll do the December preview. I think we'll do a what you've been playing, and then we'll do the week of game of the year, where our Monday, Wednesday, Fridays will just be dedicated to different variations of like our list, the breakdown, and how we did it last year. And then we'll round out, we always do like a resolutions episode where we talk a little bit about anything that we want to break behavior wise, and then anything that we're looking forward to playing in 2023, which a lot of video games 2023. So
yeah,
that's us in a nutshell. Chase, however, you do things outside of our show. What do you got going on?
Things, yeah. I've got another podcast I do. It's called Gamers on the Go. It's a handheld game podcast. What's a handheld game these days? Nobody knows. Everything's a handheld game, and nothing's a handheld game. When you have things like
I thought
Switch
about
and
this the
Steam
other
Deck.
day. I really did. Like, I was really mulling over ports, handheld, handheld versus mobile. It's a tough row.
It's both a really interesting time for handheld games because it is so expansive now, and also a little bit bad because the games that you would have gotten on a Game Boy or a Game Gear or those kinds of things, you don't have to make the quote unquote sacrifices or have the limitations that you would on hardware like that. So now handheld games are just games, and that kind of has lost some of the specialness to them.
I know you're like mid swing on pitching what you do, but I'm gonna get a hot take from the Gamer on the Go, and we'll talk a little bit more about this on Wednesday. But LG partnered with Microsoft for a handheld that is, I think, available to purchase right now. It is a cloud only device, and this is designed with Microsoft specifically for xCloud, but I think it can use other services on it, like NVIDIA. I don't know if Luna works on it. Certainly not Stadia. But what's your take on something like that from a handheld perspective?
Well, on one hand, cloud anything doesn't make me feel great because that sounds like something that I need to have an internet connection to whenever I play it. So that takes the handheld part of it out, unless you have some kind of 3G, 4G stuff on it, which it doesn't, unfortunately, which is a mess. Yeah, and that doesn't sound very good either. I mean, the Vita had that, I guess, but that was quickly dropped because nobody cared. I guess I just don't understand the point of a handheld like that. Why do you need a handheld that does cloud stuff if you're going to be chained to wherever you have internet?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of a bummer, and also it's not like they'd be making exclusive games for it. It'd just be playing the games that you have in other places.
It's also it's limited to those things that you just said, which I use limited generously here, but it can only do those things that you called out, and it's like I think either the cost or just a little bit more than a Switch.
Yeah, and at that point, Switch is I know the Switch is limited when it comes to hardware, but there's a lot of really good software, a lot of exclusive software that you can get on a Switch. It works great on a TV. You can take it wherever you go.
I mean, like, I just flew on an airplane. That would be my mobile device. If that was what I had to go with me, like, I can't do anything about that when I'm flying on an airplane, which is a bummer.
Right.
All that to be said, I was just curious. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday. You're talking about Gamers on the Go. You were talking about
that's my
stuff.
handheld video game podcast. Go to gamersonthego.com if you want to see those episodes. It's probably been a bit since I've done an episode, but I have another one that is at least in the planning stages, so there should be another one coming up relatively soon. And then also I have a YouTube channel, Chasey K Plays. You can search that on YouTube or click the link that you see here on the old Twitch page. And currently I am playing through a Let's Play of SteamWorld Heist, which is a fantastic game from the developer formerly known as Image and Form. What's their new, what are they called now, Bobby? Now they made
they changed their name. I remember that because it was a weird thing. Image and Form.
Yeah, I wanted to say not Gaijin Games. I wanted to say Choice Provisions, but that's what Gaijin Games.
Thunderful.
Thunderful, that's right.
Yeah,
yes.
Thunderful. They're part of the parent organization is Thunderful Group. I think that they are now just going. I think Image and Form is literally just Thunderful Games now. They don't have any independence within that organization.
Yeah, I believe you're right. But they're the SteamWorld people, and SteamWorld Heist is just one of my favorite games. It's so good,
very good.
And playing through it again on a, it's not a stream, they're just recordings, but recording my gameplay through that and putting that up there, it's been a lot of fun. So definitely go check that out if you're interested in SteamWorld Heist. Our co-host Johnny, our other co-host Johnny, and I did a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Shining Pearl. That was the first time either of us had done a Nuzlocke. That's up there. I played through Super Robot Wars X, and I've got a bunch of ideas in the tank once I finish SteamWorld Heist. So plenty of stuff coming to that channel in the near future. Very
cool. Well, this has been a fun Steam Next Fest. If you've enjoyed this, I can tell you right now, if it usually goes live on a Monday and it usually ends the following, and if we can, we'll probably always try and do what we did here, where we'll do 2 Mondays of just, because we used to do quick looks at the demos, and we'd always be in the dilemma of, do we do a quick look for the 1.0? Anyway, Steam Next Fest, we're big fans. We'll be doing more of this in the future. Come back and see us. Take care.